Welcome back to From the Clubhouse. This week in studio, we've got one of the teams that won promotion to a higher division last year. We're talking about none other than Mandalay Cricket Club. And in studio with us today, we've got the chairman, Mr. Sibulelo Mketa. Sibulelo, welcome to From the Clubhouse, and thank you for taking time out to join us.
Thank you very much for having me.
It must be exciting times for you now as well, winning promotion last season. Guys rearing to go this year?
Yeah, very happy. I mean, we've played second division for many years, trying to go up. So yeah, it's very exciting. The players, everyone, including me, we've been trying for many years to go up with a lot of challenges. But yeah, we're very happy as a club.
Last week was the first week of the two-day competition. You mentioned to me a bit earlier that you've always been playing one-day cricket. Now you're playing two-day cricket. How was the first week of two-day cricket for you?
Very challenging. I mean, but we've got a capable coach. He spoke to the boys just to change in terms of mindset because obviously just change from 1 day to 2 days. It's a lot. But yeah, the first game was yeah, the boys tried. I mean, we managed to restrict the team to a low score. So yeah.
Clinton, is it quite an adjustment for a team to come in and start playing two-day cricket after playing, like Sibulelo said, playing sort of in the lower division for quite a number of years, and now they're playing in a higher division and playing two-day cricket as well?
Well, definitely. I mean, I've never had that experience myself playing cricket, but in the administration side of things, yes, it does become difficult. There are challenges linked with it as well, and I also want to say congratulations to Mandalay. They've been pushing hard. And I know in the back end of the season, there was a lot of discrepancy disputes at local leagues, which eventually went the way of Mandalay, but rightfully so. And the club has done well. I mean, the leadership has taken over. But when you come back to the change, if you look at one of the changes, firstly, the starting time from 12:30 becomes 10 o'clock. So the commitment of full-day cricket. You're looking at the playing from synthetic wickets to turf wickets. And I'm going to stay on that point right now. And in the case of Mandalay, your situation at your facility, with your promotion to the first division D, how do you find the whole facility situation?
Look, it's a big problem. I mean, we don't have a turf now. We've got a synthetic, which means one of the conditions for playing first division cricket is that you must have a turf wicket. So obviously we're gonna play all our games away. So that's a very big problem for us. Look, we're gonna have to work through it. I mean, one of our positives is that we won promotion. We won most games away. So I mean, for us playing away is not a problem. But obviously we want that in the near future to be sorted out. But yeah, it's a big problem. Yeah.
Those are the type of challenges I'm talking about, Brandon, because if you look at now they got to play away, you're wanting people, spectators to come to your ground. Obviously there must be a relationship now between the club, the association, and also the local government to try and assist where we can with regards to facilities. But then also now with that comes another challenge because you got to transport away all the time, so who pays that transport fee? How do people get there? The change of times, it becomes all challenging, but I take my hat off to a club that hasn't sat back. They haven't been negative about it. They're being positive. They inspire themselves. And I'm also going to take on another point. You've also ventured now on a schools program. You've got an initiative of schools. Can you share that information with us?
Yeah, look, we sat as a club and we noticed that our juniors, the junior teams, we're lacking behind in terms of playing personnel. So yeah, we approached the cricket coordinator. And then we took 3 of our guys to be trained on level 1s so that those guys can go and coach at the schools. The idea is that school cricket also must be improved, but in the process we'll get players from those schools. They will play school cricket during the week, and weekends some of the players will play for us. So in a way we're trying to recruit players, but in a way where we're going to help the schools to have school cricket, but on the other end we'll get players from those schools. So yeah, it's an initiative that we set and thought hard about it. And I mean, Western Province has come in handy. They're going to pay the guys, they're going to give them kit to go and coach, they're going to give them equipment for coaching. So yeah, look, we're just hoping it's going to be a long relationship between us and Western Province, and we'll be successful in that. Yeah.
Before I go back to Brandon, what is the goals for the season? Being a club in a new setup, new environment, two-day cricket, do you see yourself sustaining yourself, or do you just want to hang in there and not miss relegation? What are the goals the guys spoke about? And you mentioned you've got a well-known coach, Mfundo Luwazi. What have the guys set aside?
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to be here. I gave him a what you call. I told him I want promotion. We're not going to stay in this league. We're just going to breeze through. Look, we've got a very good side. I mean, my first 11, most of them have tasted the colors, Western Province colors, you know. So they're very experienced. Look, we're also pushing youngsters through, 1 or 2 boys, but we've got a very experienced guys. I mean, we bowled Bela last week, 69 all out. I mean, so that says a lot. I mean, that's a team that's coming from a higher division. So the objectives are, I told all the players, promotion, promotion, and promotion. Yeah, so.
That's a chairman who looks very positive at his club, and well, if that's what he can reflect now, I hope we will be speaking the same language at the end of the season.
Well, we were chatting earlier off camera as well. I was just asking about initiatives, and then you touched on obviously the schools program and whatever. But what is your depth like? Because I think you mentioned as well that is part of your problem. In any club or any institution, I mean, Western Province knows as well, you cannot have a strong Cobra side unless you have the depth coming through. What is your depth like, and is it a problem for you, and how are you looking to address that?
Currently we have 2 senior teams. One is playing now, the senior guys, and then we've got a 3E team. We've got under 17. We're pushing for under 15 and under 13. The other initiative, just to add on the schools program, we're gonna do mini cricket in the primary schools. And then we'll also ask Western Province maybe to have festivals. Because what those guys are going to do in terms of getting more numbers, they're going to coach the schools, and then maybe one weekend they will have all the schools they've coached in one field in Mandalay, maybe have a mini cricket festival. So basically that's the plan we have. In terms of depth, look, it's not easy for our club to keep hold of players. I mean, we've had a lot of players. Maybe what also happens is that when players get to a certain age, some of them get jobs, and then that's where you lose players. But in terms of depth, yeah, look, we've got 2 senior teams and 1 junior team under 17. But obviously with the schools coaching, we'll be looking at under 15, under 13, and mini cricket.
Sibulela, thanks for joining us, and I wish you everything of the best. Obviously, the initiatives you're putting in place now is going to stand you in good stead going forward as well. That was the chairman of Mandalay Cricket Club. They're certainly putting in place the right foundations for future success, starting with the schools and then taking it further. And hopefully, in years to come, we'll see some of those kids developed at school level playing for their senior teams. Now over to youth cricket. Our man Morne Esmond was at Newlands to find out exactly what was happening at the youth AGM.
Youth cricket has always been strong in the Cape, and this year the Western Province Cricket Association want to place a special focus on that aspect of the game again. We caught up with Fezile Mgukulwa, the chairperson of youth cricket. Fezile, thank you so much for joining us. Maybe just the first question, you guys just had the AGM, and I know it's not an election year, so can you tell us what was special about the AGM?
Thanks for having me once more. What was important was that as a chairperson I need to give my report for 2014 season and then take on the aspects that are important going forward in terms of the new season, which is 2015.
Now your focus is youth cricket, and can you maybe perhaps tell us what is the state of youth cricket at the moment?
Our youth, especially in the Western Province, I can say that we are the best youth in South Africa. And then what is important is that we are the base of Cobras of Cricket South Africa. Our activities are the ones that are important to drive the youth into Western Province forward. So in terms of what we're doing, when the players are playing, we make sure that we've got good management around them, coaches that are good around them, and then we make sure that when it's time to go to the tournaments, the players are ready to go up there and make sure that they represent us perfectly.
Now, with that in mind, how prepared are we for the national weeks coming up towards the end of the year?
At this point in time, I'll say we are 99% prepared because we did our winter programs. Just about September now, we're going to go out and try to play our games so that when the time comes, then we're ready to go up and play our cricket.
And maybe just finally, let's maybe shine the spotlight a little bit on girls cricket. Tell us how girls cricket is going at the moment and what plans are in the pipeline to grow that even more.
In terms of the youth and the Western Province, that is the key for this season. We want to see those girls growing. We do have for the past 3 years, we had a good girls team that has a lot of wins into the national teams. The girl with the name Lara Volvat was the most youngster that played good cricket. But in terms of growing the numbers, we want to make sure that we tackle the schools, we tackle the clubs in terms of making sure that at least girls cricket is growing. At youth level, we had a meeting where we said we're going to try to have some road shows and make sure that we've got festivals so that at the end of the day, we grow that compartment so that we can have a better girls team going forward.
Hi, I'm Michael Swartz, captain of Avenel Cricket Club. You're watching from the Clubhouse.
Western Province Cricket certainly building the pipeline going forward for future stars of tomorrow. Now, one of those aspects is the Western Province Academy side. Mona Esmond caught up with the coach of the Academy side, well-known spin bowler Omar Henry.
We're here at the UWC Sports Grounds, where behind me we're catching a glimpse of the future, potential future of the Cape Cobras and the Proteas. Now, the Western Province Cricket Academy are in action against a UWC cricket side here, and the Cricket Academy is coached by the legendary spinner Omar Henry. We caught up with Henry to tell us a bit more about the academy. Mr. Henry, just tell us today about what's exactly happening out in the field today. I see you've brought your academy boys and they're playing against UWC. What's that in aid of, and what's the goal with today's game?
Well, basically, South Africa has taken this initiative to all provinces, that each province must have an academy, and that academy must have 4 players that they've identified for 3 years, and those 4 players should play in academy games, club cricket, as well as some amateur, semi-professional cricket. So it's a whole sort of developmental process of the individual, and to ensure that there's a sound and a qualitative production line of players that's coming through from provincial cricket right up to franchise cricket.
And you mentioned 4 players. Could you give us their names?
Well, the Western Province 4 players is Hayes van der Berg, he's the captain. Brian Shushu, who's just played an amateur game now against Northern Cape and did very well. Jason Smith, who also played in that game and also did very well. And then the other one is Emmanuel Sebarami, who's an off-spinner. And that's the kid from Rwanda that Western Province have now given an opportunity to play. So it's 4 very talented cricketers, and I'm sure with the hard work and the necessary commitment and assistance, they will grow as not just players but also as human beings.
What are you, as the academy coach, expecting of these players, just in terms of their overall mindset, and just in terms of, because I would imagine it's not just about how they're playing, but all the other aspects of life as well.
It's basically, you're taking them on a pathway to maturity in terms of everything that they do, taking responsibility for what they want and how they're going to go about things. So it's a learning process, and like I said to one of them now before the game started, it's a case of how much do you want and how much do you want to learn to get there, and how quickly can you learn. At the end of the day, you determine that destiny, but you've got talent, you've got potential, and around you you've got an infrastructure that is supportive and advise you and guide you on this path that you can grow.
You mentioned a bit earlier about just securing a pipeline, to go through to the top level, to the Cobras and so on. Are there some players who are currently in the Cobras setup who've gone through this route?
Well, yes, we've done a sort of I won't say by accident, but it was an opportunity that we got when we were invited by the Emirates to come and play in Dubai, and we sort of were lucky that we could take an emerging group of Cobras then, guys who were in the academy and semi-pro side, in the amateur provincial side, and today those guys that went on tour are now playing in the Cobra team and have done very well. Dane Patterson, Dane Pete, Ramallah, Buren Hendricks, and Vali was also on that trip, and they've all come through that system. So, we do have a pipeline, but I think it's now a case of just fine-tuning it and focus on the holistic development of the player.
All right, Hayes, how's the short time at the academy been for you?
No, it's been pretty good. It's been quite tough to come back from a season overseas, straight back into it. But no, it's been really good. The guys have improved a lot, and they're working really, really hard. There's been a lot of sessions and meetings and things. So no, it's looking good so far. Talk to us about your season abroad. What did you do? Where did you play? I played for a club called Aberdeenshire Cricket Club up in Aberdeen in Scotland. It's a bit up more north, so it's a bit more cold up there. But no, it was really good. Hell of a good experience. Good cricket up there. So no, all around good. All right, and the work that you've done with Omar Henry, the coach of the academy, how's that been? How has he been as a mentor to you? He's something else. I mean, he comes with a lot of ideas and methods and stuff that almost every day we think, if only we had to do this, 10 years ago, it would make life so much easier. I mean, obviously he's a no-brainer. He was obviously a quality cricketer back in the day, and he's been coaching for many, many years. So the ideas and stuff that he can bring to the table is something that everyone can learn from, not even just players, coaches around as well. So no, it's been really good. Now, talk to us through your journey that's brought you up to this point. What's your background been? You mentioned that you've been to Rondebosch Boys High, a big sporting school. Yeah, nothing much. I'm a Durbanville boy. I went to Durbanville Primary and then made not my move, but I went to boarding house at Rondebosch Boys High. And I played some nice cricket there and played Western Province through the age groups, youth groups. And I find myself in the academy now, so it's been a nice journey so far. And your goal in the next few seasons? I think to make it to the next level, I think to amateur level, semi-pro level, I think that's pretty much most of the academy guys' aims. It's quite a big jump going from school cricket to club cricket to all of a sudden to amateur cricket as well in a very short space of time. So that's pretty much the next aim for the next couple of years. All right, Nsika, one of the identified players for the academy, and you, by all accounts, are going places. But just talk to us about the academy and more specifically Coach Omar Henry, how he's affected your development since you've been at the academy.
Oh, okay, well, thanks for having me. We've been part of the academy for, I think, the past 6 months, pre-season prior. Just been working in the off-season, trying to hit the balances straight. Get stronger, hit more consistency in my bowling. But I only started recently working with Omar. He's like taught me a lot. We're doing a lot of video analysis, as well as it's a good more knowledge I can learn from him. He's a good guy overall, I guess. I mean, it's my first time, so I don't really know him that well, but I think there's a lot to learn from.
And what are you required to do as an academy player now? Because when we spoke to Omar earlier, he was talking that this is sort of a training ground and a building ground to be a pipeline for the Cobras going forward. So are you guys required to make some lifestyle changes as well?
Yeah, no, definitely. There's always a few changes that have to be made. Everything's more around cricket now. Your studies revolve around when you can play. I mean, when you can go to class, miss test example. But I mean, it's good, I guess, that we play a lot more games. We train a lot more every day of the week. So there's a lot of training, as well as lifestyle. Doesn't really. The only time we have for ourselves is probably like during some time in the afternoon. That's also studying and being yourself, just being normal, your day-to-day life. But otherwise, it's just cricket all day, every day.
And in terms of the cricket, are you enjoying life?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a long road, long journey, hard work, a lot of mishaps, and a lot of going places that I'm working wise, as well, and also just being focused, I guess, trying to work hard to achieve a goal at the end, and just to be happy and enjoy the game we love so much.
And what has your path been to you, just as a way of wrapping up, what has your path been to getting to where you are today?
I mean, it's been a long road, like I said, just hard work, a lot of guidance from coaches prior to Omar Henry, and a lot of getting involved in the amateur setup's been a blessing as well. So I guess from here it's just working hard and just hoping for the brighter future, and just that's it.
The coach of the Western Province Cricket Academy has told us to look out for 4 players, and we'll certainly be following their progress very closely. I am Mornay Esben at UWC for From the Clubhouse.
The Proteas got their ODI series underway against India early on in the week, and they carried on their T20 form, winning the opening ODI against India. Kagiso Rabada announcing his arrival on the international scene, given the honour and the responsibility of bowling the final over, and he took 2 wickets in that final over to secure the victory for the Proteas. We now take a look at the post-match comment from Hashim Amla.
Yeah, listen, thankfully over the last couple of years there's been some very memorable wins, but this was is definitely one of them. I think in the 40th over, if somebody had to put the TV on or hear the score, they would probably have put probably their hopes on India winning. But you know, I think Imran's over was a big game changer for us, and obviously KG's last over to defend 11 like that, I think was brilliant. Yeah, we were just trying to brainstorm and to see what's the right ball to bowl. Fortunately, KG executed it brilliantly. It seemed like a very difficult length to hit. I mean, as you saw, MS and I think Bini got out to it as well. But KG bowled exceptionally well. To hold his composure like that, I think is a testament to the maturity of a youngster. But it's certainly one of our better wins. You can have a bad game here or there to basically win a game like this is something that we're really grateful for. You know, and we've managed to have a very good start to our tour to India so far. Winning the T20s and now the first ODI. So I think the team's developed some good momentum, and it would be great if we can continue it. Okay, in terms of AB, I think we all know he's the best batsman in the world, and what he does, I don't think many or anybody in the world can do. Certainly a very talented and excellent cricketer, and I think we just all, KG included, very happy that he's playing for us, and KG doesn't have to bowl to him. in the game. So the way he's done it, and the time, I think there's very few guys who can come in basically in the 20th over and still score 100 the way he does. So anyway, many congrats to him, and the fact that he's done it many times now, not just once or twice, actually probably about 4 times, shows you what the class of the man and the raw talent that he brings to the game. Yeah, listen, Rohit batted, he batted very well. It's not very often that somebody scores 150 and the team doesn't win or doesn't get to 300. It's very rare. But I think even while he was batting, we knew that if you get a wicket here or there, you just never know in the game. And fortunately, as I said, when Imran came on and he got Rohit out and Suresh out, then the game was pretty much in the balance. And MS batted really well to kind of keep the game, pretty close. But the last 2 overs I think were very good for us. And as I said, KG bowled a great last over. Yeah, I think playing in India at times when it's as hot as it was today, as well as with the crowd, and you can't really hear much. It's a matter of energy conservation as much as you can, and trying to switch on whenever the ball's being bowled. And then obviously when there's no activity happening, to try and switch off as much as you can. It was very taxing on everybody. I know AB definitely felt extremely exhausted after his innings and fielding for 50 overs. In fact, everybody was quite exhausted. But fortunately we managed to pull through, and as I said, the guys hung into the game. Games like this, we know cricket can change very quickly, and today it changed for us. Yeah, Quinny batted exceptionally well up front. I think he timed the ball better than anybody today. Well, he and probably Rohit. So I think him coming back into the team, he's such an exciting talent. And he's a wonderful guy. I got on very well with him. So to have him back, I think he's extremely hungry. He's had good success with the South African A team in India. So he comes on the back of some good experience, recent experience. And he's looking in good touch. And I think hopefully in the series you'll see probably the best of him.
The Momentum One Day Cup got underway this past weekend. The Cobras opening their account against the Lions away. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way of the Cobras. This week, on the 16th, they're up against the Titans, their first home game. Remember that if you attend that game, all proceeds, or 50% of the price of your ticket, can be donated to a club or a school of your choice. Also, Western Province will be giving away 10,000 Rand to one lucky winner, but you have to be in the stadium.
Ek dink dit is baie belangrik dat jy net vorentoe dink die hele tyd en ophou met die spel van eendag cricket. Dit verander elke keer, elke jaar. So die spelers moet ook op dieselfde bladsy wees met die wedstryd globally.
Our first home game is on the 16th, so it'd be fantastic for us to have a full house on our first game. So I'm not looking too far ahead. I think I will prepare in the same way I've prepared in the previous seasons, making sure that you do the training behind the scenes and putting the performances on the field.
Ek dink 'n jong man soos Sepo Moreki, hy's nie hier by die Cape Cobras, so vir my it's 'n goeie seisoen dink ek vir hom. Hy het 'n goeie winter gehad. Saam met die akademie span in Sri Lanka. So hopelik bring hy daai selfde vorm in ons seisoen.
I'm a bowler, so hopefully I'll be playing as many formats as I can for the Cobras, white ball, red ball. Just trying to get on the field as much as possible.
Some people might think that, but I mean, to me it's just another season. I mean, worked hard in the pre-season and went on the SA tour, worked on stuff there also in India. So I mean, gaining that experience and over there in India was actually good. But yeah, I think I'm just going to take it like any season, just perform, and if the results come my way, I'll be happy.
Hi, I'm Brad Barnes, captain of Extra Space Bellville Cricket Club. You're watching from the Clubhouse.
Welcome back. Now we're going to take a look at our social media with the guy that handles all that stuff, as Gav. What's been happening on our platforms?
I feel so much love looking at social media today. Ilam Ditwe got in touch with us. Welcome back, Ilam. She welcomes us back. She says, welcome back, guys. Good luck for the upcoming season. Cricket is back with a bang. I love that quote. I think we should use it during the show, eh? Back with a bang. Then also Atlantis Cricket Club tweeted us. They said, welcome back. They want to know what the new broadcast times are. If you just look at the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to pick up not just the first broadcast times, but also the repeat times in case you missed the show going out for the first time. And then one of our own, Mornay Esben, it's at Mornay13 if you want to get in touch with him on Twitter. He put a photograph of himself and myself having some fun shooting last week here at Newlands, saying we're the top dog as we put together episode 2 of Clubhouse_TV. So on the social media also we've got an email coming in from Arnold Skippers from your old club, that's Durbanville Cricket Club. Now they've got a night bash event happening next Wednesday evening, so do and go make a turn there and do support local cricket, and not just their cricket but also their events, because the events is really what keeps the clubs going.
You probably get the fires going there next week.
No, that's probably what happens, and it's good to see because the juniors are out in full force, and it's good to see, and it's a nice initiative in the game.
Yeah, so that's how you can get in touch with us if you want to be part of our social media at Clubhouse_TV, that's on Twitter. Facebook is From The Clubhouse, or info@fromtheclubhouse.co.za via email.
Well, time now to take a look at some fixtures this weekend. We're taking a look at second division. That means it's one-day fixtures, Clinton, and there's certainly a couple of games that are going to be quite exciting.
Yeah, so we look at all formats of the game. We're looking at all the fixtures. So this week we'll feature on the 12:30 start with the second division game. So it could be interesting because, I mean, we never get to really go into what happens in these leagues. So I think if you look at those games, it's quite interesting. You got Kensington away against Delft, which I feel it's going to be quite a good fixture. Kensington's come down from the First Division D. They'll be playing Delft. And then also you got CPUT, who's on a bye this week. CPUT, who's also got who made application to get promotion to First Division cricket. We've given them another season in Second Division, so hopefully they can push on the season. And then my other fixture in the league, it's Hanover Park, who's at home against Samora Machel. So that could also be very interesting.
Just on that UCT thing, I'm sorry, you were talking about CPUT. Is that also because they be playing varsity cricket and things, and they're looking to just get better competition so that they can be competitive?
Well, what has happened is CPUT won the USA B week, and they got promotion to USA A. So they've requested on those grounds that they not play second division cricket and rather commit to first division. It's a very good request, good application, but I think we need to give them another season in the second division, see how they hold their own, and then obviously look at automatic promotion. If not, then probably looking at a requested promotion to the First Division D. They've also got players in there who've been brought up in the academy, the likes of Ntinabe, Melissa Fumba, Sango. These guys are part of the Western Cape Academy and the Provincial Academy as well. They've represented the season, so you never know, these players could push on, and we would like to see those players also playing in a higher league. So we look at how they go this season, and then probably look at them pushing on and competing in the First Division.
Gav, your picks?
Yeah, Brandon, my picks for this week, I'll go with Wraithby taking on Heiderveld, and then there's a bit of a derby going on as well with South Peninsula taking on Peninsula. That's going to be an interesting one.
And Clinton, you think his picks are spot on?
I think his picks are spot on, and the derby one is quite a good one. South Peninsula, also from the club members left, they went to play, started Lotus Park Cricket Association. I think they're playing in the Merchants League. So they've lost a bit of players, so we'd like to see how they're going to hold their own in that league. Also with the travel for Wraithby and Heiderveld, it could be quite a travel for them out to Heiderveld. But Heiderveld's a growing club. They've achieved quite a few status before. A few sponsors they received. We had them on the show recently. The club is looking in good hands, so it could be interesting to see what we're going to get out of these games. And go back to the Nova Park one. Just on social media the other day, we saw the clothing handover of a Nova Park. The president of the association was present. It was good to see the turnout, good to see they look as a unit. And these are the type of things we want to see what happening in the clubs, that, you know, the guys get unity, they look at building camaraderie in the club, and that's important, and that's the message for all the other clubs out there, that these are the type of things we need to build, to show, yes, we have challenges, yes, we have issues, but I mean, that's the camaraderie you build within the club. I'm pretty sure you can grow a very strong club.
Yeah, definitely. That's what you need, and you also need that little bit of catalyst. Sometimes the guys just need that bit of backing, and you never know. They can go from strength to strength and turn out to go to much higher honours. So you're right in doing that, and it's nice to see as well that Western Province Cricket Association getting behind the guys. I mean, we spoke to the guy from Mandalay as well, and he was also saying thanks to Western Province Cricket, they are able now to get their ducks in a row. They've got promotion, and hopefully they're going to also step up for higher honours going forward.
Yeah, and it's always, Brandon, it's good to see that it's never only a negative thing about Western Province Cricket. We try as far as possible where we can with the restrained budgets that we do have. I'm not saying that we cannot go out and support. Yes, we need to structure our spend also accordingly. So yes, where we can assist, together with the partnerships with local municipality, the city, we look at those type of things. So yeah, it's glad to hear that it's not only all negative, and it's also some positive feedback with regards to the association and the work they're doing.
Hopefully some of the viewers that are from those clubs have some time on their hands and they want to attend and watch the Cobras play. And on that note, obviously, Gavin, you've got some tickets you like giving away in terms of the trivia. So just give us a refresh, just in case someone's just walked in right now and they didn't exactly get it on the first round.
Those tickets that Brandon is alluding to are 2 sets of 5 tickets, family packs, that we're giving away to the game on the 25th of October here at PPC Newlands, where the Cape Cobras will be taking on the Warriors. The trivia question for today is who bowled that last pivotal over in the first one-day international in the match between India and South Africa, which South Africa won so handsomely? Your answers please on Twitter to @clubhouse_TV or on Facebook @FromTheClubhouse, or you can just drop us an email with your answer, info@fromtheclubhouse.co.za.
Before we go, this week's winners of those 2 sets of 5 tickets, the names are on the screen right now. So congratulations, and we're looking forward to seeing you at Newlands on the 16th when the Cobras take on the Titans. And that's where we leave it, and we look forward to having your company again next week. Good night.